Okay, it is the end of the game, end of turn 4. Basically what ended up happening is that all of the assault terminators, the assault troops, and the Vanguard veterans basically surrounded the remaining warrior and the 3 swarm bases, and then all of the assault terminators here with Chaplain Johnson, with Sergeant Che, and basically right here it was Sergeant Thomas with what looks like blood ravens. Basically they ended up swarming the Gene Stealers, and surprisingly the Gene Stealers, they made a few wounds, but then the saves were made, there was no rendering, and basically they just slaughtered them to the man on all of them. And there's 1 troop on the objectives there, and 2 other objectives weren't basically taken over. I don't think this might be within 6 inches. Didn't really check at the end.
Well, that's not necessarily it either, because like a lot of
well, actually it's supposed to be 6 inches, but yeah. So this is the end of the game. So, and last but not least, there was James' death pile in the end, which he's still putting more things away. And there's one death pile over there, 3 lightning claw terminators. So basically, James, your thoughts on your tactics for the game, of how you were hoping to win?
Well, I knew for the fact that when it came to straight up fighting with Space Marines, that was not my Tyranids cup of tea. So I decided to use my numbers to overwhelm him by going through the objective and causing some havoc between his men and the objectives. However, my trump card was to use my heavy-duty carnifexes. One of them was Old One-Eye.
That was your trump card? Okay.
But
what are you hoping to do with him?
What I was hoping to do was, as he was preoccupied with the smaller units, to use him as a further distraction and let my Gene Stealers and other units to surround the opposite side and put a few inside the main objectives.
Okay, so when did you know that the tables were turning during the game? Like what turn?
I think it was turn 2 when he overwhelmed the carnifexes. And the reason why was I didn't expect him to go through on my Toragons or Hormagaunts so efficiently. I was hoping to buy some more time just for me to get through my strategy, but then as soon as they hopped over the fence, swarmed my Carnifex, I knew the tables were going to turn.
Okay. And for myself, basically what I was hoping to do with my troops, Kane, was mainly I was going to keep 1 unit sitting on my own objective and try to move one of my troops over to one of the other side objectives, depending on my opponent's movements, depends on where my guys wanted to move. I was very concerned with all the monstrous creatures that he had, so I decided to do a little gamble and basically just wait until there was like a little bottleneck, and I basically just massive Terminator charge and brought in the Vanguard veterans behind Old One-Eye, and they basically jumped on his back, and I used my VIP, I would like to say, of the game that kind of helped turn the tables would be Singularity Priest Apothecary Madera, aka Alex Madera, cousin, and him and Chaplain Johnson, aka Dwayne Johnson, basically just affected the game tremendously with their Furious Charge, Fearless, and the Chaplain making a whole unit of Lightning Claws to reroll the hit, and then with the Lightning Claws rerolling to wound, and just went for massive attacks against the big monstrous creatures. Once I saw that Old One-Eye was down, then I got to breathe a little bit, just a little bit. But another tables would turn once I got rid of the Hive Tyrant by shooting him with 3 of the missile launchers. 3 of the 4 missile launchers did wounds, and then later on, I just had someone just pop shot at him, in the face as they were like, going backwards and stuff. That'd be this guy here, and big Hive Tyrant went down. But other than that, that was the first round of the invasion of Gomorrah. Catch you all back next time. Thanks to GW.